The entire lesbian row is on the show. Look, lesbian row, empty, empty. Everybody here. All right, ladies, when I tap you on the shoulder, please say your name.
Summer.
Dimple.
Mega.
What?
Dimple.
Dimple?
Yeah.
How charming.
Mega.
Jessie.
Lovely girls. Have you met before?
Yes.
Where?
At school.
Oh, you were all at school together.
Yes.
Why are you here in Los Angeles? Are you from Los Angeles?
No.
Where are you from?
Toronto.
Canadian lesbian! All right! Don't worry, they're just like American lesbians, except more polite. Now, so, why are you in Los Angeles, ladies?
Vacationing.
Oh, you vacation here? But this is the second worst traffic in the United States.
Probably better than Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh, does Toronto have bad traffic?
Yes.
Oh, that's... What do you do in Toronto? What do you do? Other than, you know, the obvious.
When we're not together.
Yeah.
I'm an accountant.
An accountant, you say?
I work for a children's hospital.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm a teacher.
Uh-huh, of what?
High school geography and history.
Really?
Yes.
What's the capital of Iceland?
I don't know how to pronounce it. I could spell it. I don't know how to pronounce it.
What's the first letter?
R.
Reykjavik, yeah! You remove Canadian education. But come on, it's free! Yes! And, young lady, and what do you
I'm
do?
a student.
You're a student. What are you studying?
I'm at the University of Toronto.
The University of Toronto, studying
Health studies.
health studies.
Yes.
Well, that's rather nice. And have the people of America been nice to you? Have you been around anywhere apart from Los Angeles?
Yeah, we went just to got Vegas. From Vegas. We just came
back from
Vegas. Oh.
The jokes are just writing themselves.
No. No, if they did that, no one would work there. No, they're written by disappointed men who wish their careers had gone in different directions. Anyway, welcome to America. And if I think I speak for everyone in America... Yeah, why not? I speak for everyone in America when I say, stay as long as you like, help yourself to some free peanuts. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you got the Sandman at the door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, you can always sleep through work tomorrow. Hey, 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 tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by the makers of Zyrtec. Zyrtec, love the air. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Late Late Show. I'm your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Quietly. That's great. Thank you. That was really, really very, very good. The next time we do it, it'll be for real. You look hot.
said that. Paris Hilton used to say that all the time. Didn't she say, you look hot? Whatever happened to her? And whatever happened to her, I want it to happen to the Kardashians. Can it happen to them? Craig, when will you let it go with the Kardashians? When they go away. Then there'll be no point, because you'll be like, oh, Craig, let it go, they're gone. And I'll be like, yes. I'm going in circles. Hey, it's a great day for America, everybody. Yes. Did you watch the big Dancing with the Stars finale that was on earlier tonight in your region? Did you? I mean, it was great. Congratulations, someone. I so don't care about Dancing with the Stars, I can't even pretend anymore, right? Oh, I danced my best fandango. Oh, who gives a... But Craig, lots of people like Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, lots of people liked the guillotine. What's your point? Well, if lots of people like something, it's good. No, it's not. It just means there's a very big mob of idiots, that's all. I'm sorry for yelling, but it's much cheaper than therapy. Hey, big news for fans of the Jersey Shore. No, Snooki will not be living in the Jersey Shore house anymore after she has her baby. She says she doesn't want all that pooping and crying and throwing up under the same roof as her baby. Hey! You see? That was a joke right there. That was a joke. That was like a late night joke.
Comedy gold, boss.
Comedy gold. You know who should go on Dancing the Stars? Me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could dance and just tie you to my feet. We'd look awesome. I'd be like, oh, dance around like that. Be dancing around. People like, your footwork is amazing. I thought it was fantastic. That skeleton is great. Oh, by the way, there is some sad news today. The man who invented the TV remote, that's true, he passed away at age 96. But I'm wondering, is he dead or does he just need his batteries changed? No, no, I was too much. You're right. It's a shame. The poor man had been missing for days until his family found him between the couch cushions. That's enough. I'll stop. It is sad. I wanted to go to his funeral, but I didn't feel like getting out of my chair. Okay, that's enough. Do you know, a new survey came out today that the American cities with the worst traffic, right? And I figured, well, it's got to be New York or LA, right? Right. No, wrong. Worst traffic in the country, according to science, Honolulu, Hawaii. I know. So, wiki hoa aloha. It means hurry, beloved companions, in Hawaiian. I know a little Hawaiian. He's actually over there. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Selleck, everybody. Tom Selleck. Nah, I didn't say you could go yet. He's being punished for stealing the last cookie in the tea room. Is that code?
Call me.
Now, there is a silver lining for the people that live in Hawaii in this terrible traffic. On the one hand, you've got the worst traffic in the country. On the other hand, you live in Hawaii. I mean, it's beautiful. You can't feel too bad. It's not like you're living in Crap Town or Doucheburg or Reno. No disrespect to the people of Reno, but your town really is a dump. The people are very nice, and they must be to put up with that town. I've said too much. I think the traffic is gridlocked in Hawaii because everyone's driving slowly to check out the scenery. I've been there. In the same afternoon, I saw a volcanic eruption, a couple of dudes in grass skirts, and a big flowery lake. And then I left my hotel room and went driving around Hawaii. That's what I did. I did it again. I did a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, according to the survey, the second worst traffic is Los Angeles. Oh. Well, I think the traffic here moves pretty well. It only gets jammed up if something terrible happens, like a light drizzle. I admit, I get angry in traffic when I'm driving to work, but it's pointless. It's much better to bottle up your anger and then unleash it when you get to work. The best way to avoid the road rage is just relax. You can meditate, sing songs in your head, make a to-do list or something. These are all tricks I developed while interviewing Regis Philbin. Anyway, the traffic in LA is relatively safe because you're driving slow and you're less likely to get hurt in an accident. And the best part about LA, fake boobies, excellent airbags. Oh, I had an accident. Oh, it doesn't matter. I know it doesn't help, but whenever I get stuck in a traffic jam, I always do the same thing. I blow my horn. Then I honk that thing in the car that makes noise. You see, I did it again. Did it again.
Oh, you're killing me over here.
Nah, you're dead.
Oh.
How can you go, oh, but your mouth goes, oh, like that?
I could do a lot of things when my mouth's open.
Good night, the rest of you. That didn't leave after the Dancing with the Stars thing. Anyway, look, here's something that bothers me. A lot of drivers think they're invisible when you're out driving. You stop at a light and picking their nose. Stop it. It's annoying. When I draw up next to someone, I like, you know, you stay there. No, stay there. I like to... I like to go like that and then, you know, and then go... Unfortunately, sometimes, though, I get rear-ended.
Wait for it, wait for it.
Or someone hits me with their car. See? That happened. Have you ever been to Hawaii? I've never asked you. Have you ever...
Yeah, I've got a place there.
You've got a place in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Hawaii?
Right near the middle portion.
The middle portion of Hawaii?
In a volcano.
In a volcano? You mean the volcano, Diamond Head? That one?
Him too.
You've never even been to Hawaii, have you?
No, but I've been to Douche Town.
Every night we appear live from Douche Town.
You got that right.
Yeah, do the thing.
Don't touch that remote, clicker, power rod, box flipper, controller, tuner, zapper, changer, hoofer, doofer, or button, folks. More Late Late Show after this.
Yeah. I'll be right with you. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Well, she has got a fat ass. So now I can't tell the truth? I see. Derriere. Plump derriere. Okay. Yep. Yep. Sure. Mrs. Kardashian. So, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hey, Jeff, do you watch the Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, yeah.
It was great, wasn't it, tonight?
It was amazing.
If you could have a dance partner on Dancing with the Stars and you were the dancer, who would your star be?
I'm looking right at him.
Tom Selleck? Is Tom Selleck still here?
Somewhere around.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he here?
I think he's
I
back
don't know.
at my place.
Hey, Tom, is Tom around? I don't know. No, I guess not. Oh, is he? Well, where he is? Oh, yeah, hey, Tom, what's up? Yeah. All right. Teach you to eat the last cookie in the box. Well, time is it, Jeffrey Peterson?
From beautiful douche town, it's tweet mail time. Time to take advice from a man who still thinks a circus act is something one performs on a loose clown.
Was that a joke?
No, that was the truth.
Let's do our own jingle for
Oh, I'd
tweets
love
and
to,
emails.
yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Tweet email time.
Tweet mail time. And you're all gonna love it. Tweet mail time. Tom Selleck can't shove it.
I love you, man.
I love you too.
All right. This is from Erica in Montreal in Quebec. Oh, Canada! Canada! Hey! Hey! Now, unfortunately, what the very nice lesbians from Toronto are not saying is that Toronto and Montreal, they have a huge rivalry. They're like, you know, they really hate each other. And then at the end of the movie, they make out. Montreal's where they speak French Canadian. You can do French Canadian, can you?
Yeah, I just did before the show.
Hi, Craig and Jeff. This guy I've been seeing for a few months doesn't own a television. Is there something wrong with them? Hey, if he doesn't own a television, I can say what I like about him. It follows the same principle as that on TV, the group of people you can always be mean about are the Amish, because they're not watching. Jeff, do your wink, will you?
I hate you.
This is from Greg in Birmingham, Alabama. It says, hi, Craig and GP. I think I slept funny last night because my shoulder really hurts. How do you sleep? How do you sleep? Lie back, close your eyes, and it just kind of comes up on you. Wait. Then you go to sleep. We'll do our catchphrases. You ready? That sounds dirty.
There goes my penis.
All right. We've got 7 seconds left. Well, we only got 4 emails. We'll be fine. This is from Jaden in Torrance, California, who says, hi, Craig and Jeff. What advice do you have for Lakers or Clippers fans now they're both out of the playoffs? I don't even understand the question. This is from Terrell in Lancaster, who says, dear Craig and Jeff, sometimes I wish I really became an astronaut. What were your childhood dreams? Oh, this. This is from Roger in Hampton, Virginia, who says, hi, Craig and Jeff. Lately, I find myself trying to impress my 13-year-old son so he thinks I'm cool. Is this normal? It may be normal, but it's pointless. And finally, this is from, I don't know if you can tell, this is from Tara. She's a cockatoo. Hey, Craig and Jeff, have you ever closed the elevator door on someone so you didn't have to talk to them? Yeah. Right, Jeff?
Yeah, it does it to me all the time.
Yeah. We'll be right back, everybody. Tonight is an extremely talented actor. He's an Academy Award-winning screenwriter. He's got a new book out called The Billy Bob Tapes. It's tapes, but it's a book. The Billy Bob Tapes, A Cave Full of Ghosts. It's in stores now. Please welcome the great Billy Bob Thornton, everybody. Billy Bob.
How's it going, man?
Man,
Alrighty then.
you wrote a book, Billy.
I did. I certainly did.
It's got a picture of you on the front smoking one of them marijuana cigarettes right there.
You know, actually, that's just a regular old cigarette.
Is it?
You know, I could never smoke pot.
I was never any good at it either.
Horrible.
No, it made
horrible.
me feel really uncomfortable.
Me too.
Like I felt like my hands were covered in glue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I only did it like 50 times now. I thought, that's it. Like, seriously,
I couldn't do it either.
No.
Never
What were
could.
your drugs back in the day then?
Oh, gosh. Morphine.
Morphine?
Yeah, I loved it.
That's a tip for the lady that's having trouble getting to sleep, actually. CBS.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Morphine's great. No, I was never much, I wasn't good at drugs. But I mean, even back when I grew up in the heyday of, hippies. I was a hippie and everything. I was like the only hippie who couldn't smoke pot. But I mean, seriously, the times I tried it, I thought the FBI was after me. My heart beat real fast. I couldn't do it.
No, you don't want. That's not fun.
It's not fun at all.
That's what I thought when I was doing acid. I was like, this is not fun. I'm just doing that. This is peer pressure.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
I never had fun. So this book, it's wait.
Oh, I know.
Who's this?
That handsome devil. That's that's me when I was 7.
Look at you, adorable.
Which is the age my daughter is now.
That's And does she look like this?
Well, I mean, kind of a girly version, maybe.
Yeah.
But
There's a girlier version of this.
oh yeah. Touche.
Yeah, I'm kidding. You look great. I love the show business pose.
Oh yeah.
when you were a baby.
Well, this is one of those. It was probably one of those Olin Mills things, like your parents take you to the Sears or wherever it is, and they put a fall scene behind you, and you can't sit up. They had to prop you up all the time. But I was the fattest baby in Clark County, Arkansas.
Hey man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Never mind Oscars. Come on.
Absolutely.
Fattest baby in Clark County.
Yes, I was.
Them some competition in Clark County for fat baby.
There is actually.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah, the cholesterol capital of the world.
Is it really?
Well, I don't know, but I bet it is.
I tell you, it's an interesting thing. I think that sometimes when I'm in the South, I sometimes think it's a little bit like Scotland here.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people with Scottish names, and everybody's eating pretty bad food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, you and I grew up in similar ways.
Very similar kind of way. I mean, I was the fattest baby in Cumbernauld. Yeah, and there was some stiff competition there. Now, is this an autobiography?
Not really. I mean, over the years, when you're a, actor type or whatever, they always want you to do a biography or whatever, but they want one of those celebrity gossipy biographies, which I wouldn't do. And my friend Kinky Friedman from Texas, Kinky, there you go.
Yeah, there he is.
But Kinky said, look, why don't you do a book? Because you got all these crazy, funny stories of growing up and everything. He said, if you do that, and then I'll give you a couple of chapters in there where you can just gripe about how our culture is crumbling before our very eyes. And I said, yeah, I'll do that. And one of the reasons I started talking about how our culture is crumbling is because when you had Bob Geldof on the show, I was watching.
Yeah.
And Bob said, which I loved, he said, people have gone crazy. Why is nobody talking about this? And we're losing all the magic in life and this kind of thing. And I thought, well, finally somebody said that, and I'd been doing it, but I'd do it like in my basement with like 2 or 3 of my friends. And
That's much what I do here too. In my basement with my horse and my girls,
exactly.
and my skeleton. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
But I think that too, and I wrestle with it because on one hand I think we live in an age of no original thought. Everything's a sequel, everything's a remake, everything's a cover version. I think pop culture is crap. Like people aspire to be nothing.
I know.
And then I think, oh, maybe I'm just getting old.
But see, here's the thing. A friend of mine pointed this out to me, and I believe this is true. He said the people who are griping about this, who grew up in the 60s and 70s during the heyday of rock and roll and everything, he said, we're still saying the same thing now we were saying then, so that doesn't make it like your dad who thought the Beatles were the devil. And
Right.
You know what I mean? So
But what should, I mean, because I have young kids, you have young kids, how do you instill rebellion and original thought into people when their parents are trying to be rebellious and original themselves? You know what I mean? It's like, how do you rebel against original thought? Is have unoriginal thought, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
And so we're all, ooh la la!
Yeah, well, I guess you're right. Maybe I should just give up. But yeah, I've been talking about it quite a bit. But here's an interesting thing. I liked what you said earlier in the monologue about how everything's a reality show and this kind of thing. And here's what's strange about it. Like, in order to become famous now, you do something stupid,
Right.
you know, or say something stupid, and you get your own show.
Right.
Right? I mean, some guy who's like... No, I'm not talking about... No, I mean, this is a legitimate...
Where you going with this, man?
No. This is a legitimate thought. I mean, this is a legitimate show and all that kind of thing. We've always had talk shows, back to Jack Parr and Steve Allen and guys. I'm talking about somebody who has a show. I mean, how many more shows do we need about jobs? I mean, it's like, you know, Cabinet Wars or and stuff like that.
I know what you mean,
Well, they got 10 shows about...
World's most interesting,
yeah,
you know,
right.
diner. Yeah,
And
why?
it's like they've got 10 shows about making cakes.
Yeah,
How many
it's-
shows do you need about making cakes?
I don't even like making cake. I don't mind eating a cake, but I'm not a cake maker.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of weird. But one way or the other, you can do this kind of stuff and then get famous from it. So that's the way to do it. But if you're already famous and you say something stupid or do something stupid, then you lose your career.
Yeah.
So what does that mean exactly? I'm not sure exactly how
Well,
that
I
works.
think what it is that fame used to be something that had value. Like, you became famous for doing something. You wrote a screenplay, you made a movie, something that people went, oh, wow, that's a piece of work. Now fame is just a byproduct of having your own sex tape. It doesn't mean
Well, no,
anything.
exactly.
You know, it's like, fame is not important anymore. It's kind of like the way I feel about the written word. You know, like the written word used to be really important. Like anything written down, like, you know, 500 years ago, you'd be like, oh, wow, this person can read and write, so this must be important. But now everyone can read and write, and, well, most people. I look forward... No, I don't look forward to that. But, you know, the idea that literacy, you know, being able to read and write is somehow a symbol of intelligence is not true, but people still think that. And to that extent, people write stuff down on the internet or on Twitter or on Facebook. They write it down, what they've said, they see it written down, and they go, I'm clever.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
And
don't know
also,
if
I
that's-
think back on the years when when I first came to L.A. 32 years ago, and you know, you're starving to death and living in the car half the time and everything. And now a guy skateboards down a banister into a pile of watermelons, and he's got his own show the next thing you know. You know what I mean? I didn't know it was that
That's
easy.
a pretty good trick. You know what? Do you know what I thought is like Justin Bieber, who's clearly a talented kid, right? I'm not trying. This is a talented individual, no doubt. But when they made his movie, they were like, they said he'd never make it. And I'm like, he's 18.
Yeah.
How, for 6 whole months he struggled. You know, it's like the idea of serving any kind of apprenticeship doesn't exist anymore. If you're not famous and getting it going on by the time you're 22, you're washed up, which I don't understand because you get nothing to say.
No, I know. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, life experience is part of what goes into anything. You know?
You'd think, but then again, maybe we're just getting old and telling kids to get off of our lawn. I don't know.
You never know. Yeah, and shaking our fists like...
You kids. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have a lawn?
Yeah, I do. I actually do have a lawn. I have a small front lawn and a big back lawn.
2 lawns.
2 lawns.
So, do you tend your own lawn? 'Cause we can make a show about that. Lawn tenders.
Exactly. Yeah, celebrity lawn tenders.
Celebrity lawn tenders. I'm telling you,
be
you can
great.
sell that.
Absolutely.
If it's Billy Bob Thornton, celebrity lawn tenders, you would do the narration. Over here's a guy who's got a lawn, and they would. I'm telling you, somebody would buy it.
Well, you know what gets me on all these shows? Everything's a competition, and it's like, you know, like I said earlier, like cabinet makers. You know, a
Right.
show about they make their cabinet or whatever it is. Nothing against cabinet makers; they're great. But if you have a TV show about them and they all make their cabinet, and then they stand them in a line,
And then the judges.
and they all cross their arms like this. And they wait forever to tell the poor slob who's got to be off the show. You
Yeah,
know? I mean,
yeah.
it's like they play Jaws music.
Right, that's like,
And the
Your
guys-
cabinet made me sad. I looked at your cabinet. It made me sad and crazy because your cabinet, it looks like croissant.
Yeah, they're so arrogant, those
Yeah,
judges.
it's terrible. Like, I am the greatest cabinet maker. You're right, though. We shouldn't be, you know, angry with the cabinet makers. You do a fine job.
They do a wonderful job. They do a wonderful job.
Do you have any cabinets in your house?
I do, actually. I have a lot of cabinets.
How many do you have? Do you have any idea?
You know
probably
what?
don't know. I
Offhand, I'd say in the kitchen area, I'd say I've got 12.
Now, your kitchen cabinets, you keep that for your food and groceries and stuff?
Dishes,
dishes.
things like that.
You don't keep anything else in the kitchen? Because some people keep the cleaning supplies in the kitchen, and I'm like, whoa, that's the garage.
That's true. That's true. You know, I actually know someone who uses their oven quit working, and they use their oven as an extra cabinet, and like cereal and stuff is in there. Yeah.
Well, that's dangerous, Bill.
It actually
yeah,
is
because
dangerous, yeah.
right there, what if that oven starts, suddenly you've got flaming Cheerios in your oven?
Absolutely. If it suddenly starts working again,
Yeah.
that's a fire hazard.
That's a fire hazard right there, and you won't know where the smell of toasted wheat thins. We have to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
It's better this way, I think.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Billy Bob Thornton. He wrote this book with Kinky Friedman. Kinky's got a middle name, remember? What was that middle name he had?
I know all about Kinky's middle name, yeah.
It's
yeah,
Kinky Friedman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cussed too much tonight. I don't want to give you any more cuss.
Thing is he can't prove it, you know.
Why not?
Well, I mean, he could prove it, but he won't prove it.
Well, if he won't prove it, then maybe that's proof enough in itself.
Exactly, you know
right
what I mean?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look good in that picture with you. Do you still smoke?
I do, sir.
No, boy.
Yeah, I do.
You know what? If cigarettes didn't kill you, I would still smoke, though. Because I haven't had a cigarette in 15 years, but boy, they were terrific.
Well, you know, they are.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, I'm not...
But they kill you, no? You do know that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just had I have 2 physicals a year.
Right.
Two
Oh, yeah, because you're a bit of a hypochondriac, right?
Well, a little bit.
A little bit. I seem to remember.
See, I trade off, though. I mean, see, I'm a vegan for the most part. I eat fish occasionally, but I eat really healthy. And I got to tell you something about oatmeal, just to get off the subject of cigarettes.
Okay, that's fine.
You know, they always say oatmeal lowers your cholesterol, right?
Right.
And that blueberries bring your blood pressure down. My blood pressure is kind of low to start with, so I have to be careful so I don't, you know, fall out when I stand up, you know, that kind of thing. But I mean, well, sometimes my blood pressure gets to like 96 over 64 and stuff, and that's low.
That's
you know,
low, yeah.
It makes you dizzy. But one way or the other, about 6 months ago, I started eating oatmeal and blueberries and bananas every morning. It's the first thing I do.
Right.
Now, last year when I had my physical, my cholesterol was like 172, which is low. That's good cholesterol. Right. And I've never had a problem with these. I got no artery troubles or anything. I'm in pretty good health. My lungs are always clear, you know, this kind of thing. Now, I started doing this oatmeal thing 6 months ago. I went to the doctor the other day, and he starts going through my blood tests. Wow, that's great, that's great, that's great. He goes, your cholesterol's 131, that's great. And I said, hang on a second, you said 131. Last year it was 172. So I lost 41 points on my cholesterol from this oatmeal deal, I'm telling you. So I'm just saying. I mean, if you...
Wait. First of all, do not dare applaud that. Because you're only doing it to make yourself feel more comfortable. And the other thing is, but you're still smoking.
Yeah, but if you eat oatmeal...
If you eat oatmeal, you can... Crikey.
You can smoke.
Wow!
Yeah.
But I look forward to your letter, American Medical Association. No, but you're very careful with, you know, the health and stuff. I seem to remember that. You're kind of like, you've got a touch of the Howie Mandels, haven't you? A little bit of
that, yeah. I'm not like Howie where you have to, like, do the bump thing or whatever.
Right.
I mean, I'll shake hands with a guy, but I instantly go get the hand cleaner.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm the same here. Well, well, we get celebrities out here, buddy.
Oh, I saw you and Cusack.
Yeah.
I saw you and Cusack drink this.
Yeah, well, you see, I found out later, though, that actually some people do drink it, so I felt bad about that.
Yeah. Oh, did they really?
Well, because maybe it was theirs, you know. No, apparently it's one of these things that, you know, like glue or paint huffing or something. Yeah.
Pam.
Yeah.
People used to huff Pam.
Really? So, I mean, I kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want some?
I'll have a little.
Yeah. Well, you got to be careful, you know, because, you know, people come out here and they're, you know, they've been to show business parties, they've been shaking hands with agents. They're filthy.
Yes, they are.
Filthy people.
I completely agree.
All right, we're out of time. Do you fancy mouth organ, awkward pause, or do you want to go for the big cash prize?
Big cash prize.
What time is it, Shadows David?
It's time for the big cash prize.
Now, 50 American dollars in quarters in a bag with a dollar sign on it, right?
Yes.
Just like the burglars use. 2 ways to win. You can either answer a question or you can guess what's in my box. Here's how that works. I imagine a box in my head, but I don't know what's in it. Only Jeff knows what's in the box. If you get it right, Jeff will tell us, and that's great. If you get it wrong, something awful will happen.
I'm going want to guess what's in your box.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, I'm imagining a box in my head. Jeff, do you have the box?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I went to dinner with Jeff the other night.
You and Jeff went for dinner? Why did
Oh, yeah, it was great.
That was great, yeah.
Why
Well, we see each other, you know, socially occasionally, but just here on the show and stuff. But the other night he calls me up and we went to dinner. It was a nice time, and thank you.
Yeah. Thanks again.
picked the check
Thanks
up.
again, Billy Bob. That was great, man.
It was. I had fun.
Oh, I had a great day. Continue with your little game, Ferguson.
Wait. If you guys have been for dinner, then how do I know this is not a setup? When I come on the show, I'll guess what's in the box. I'm sorry, Billy Bob. No, we have very strict rules. I'm sorry. This sounds like a setup to me. You and your little buddy Jeff going for dinner and jerks.
Okay.
All right. So you have to answer a question.
I got to answer a question.
All right. Okay. Iceland is in the North Atlantic. Its capital city is Reykjavik. The hagfish is widely considered the most disgusting of all sea animals because it produces huge quantities of slime to confuse predators. Within 5, how many quarts of slime can a hagfish produce at once? It's a pretty easy question. Within 5, how many quarts of slime can a hagfish produce at once? Is it A, 17?
Are those the choices, or you're just saying?
That's the choices. Is it A, 17?
Oh, A17.
But within 5. Okay.
I'm sorry. 19.
It's close enough! Yeah!
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
Oh, my. Even with all our careful planning and meticulous rehearsal, seems there's still a minute left in the show. What do you make of that, Jeff? Yeah?
So, what are we going to do?
Well, I don't know about you, but, you know, 2 girls in 60s outfits, Tom Selleck, a pantomime horse, and a skeleton, that says party time to me. Or we could just wait for the boner pill commercial. Mm. So, did you enjoy the company of Tom Selleck this evening?
Oh, yeah. Although I can't figure out why you're wearing those coconuts.
Yeah, I don't see any point of the coconuts myself, I gotta be honest. Is it some kind of CBS censorship thing? Or you can't show a ginger nipple on TV? Sorry for blowing your cover there, Tom.
He has unusually large areola.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a lot of people like that. I have a large areola on one of my 3 nipples.
It's so large, it just looks like one large areola.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks a bit like I've just left a plate sitting on my chest.
Like a fleshy bullseye, if you will.
Fleshy bullseye is a name that I used at one point in my life.
I remember that, and I paid a lot of good money to see you.
Well, there goes your minute.